podcast will contain spoilers as we go over Life is Strange 2, Episode 1, entitled Roads. And for the second straight week, Zeitgeist is here.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
I guess by somewhat of popular demand. I don't know. I just couldn't find anyone else. No, I'm kidding. And I just love this line, so I just keep getting people, maybe just to say this line. Maybe I don't even like these people. No, I'm kidding. But, but this week, me and Zeitgeist are not alone.
Hello, my name is Coffee Mug. You found me on the street.
I found you on the street. What are you, a hobo?
Possibly.
Oh, man. Well, welcome to the podcast, Hobo Coffee. So, let's be legit where I found Coffee. I did not find him on the street. Just so people don't think I'm some sort of guy who goes up to people in the street and be like, yo, I know you don't have any internet or video game systems or anything, but have you ever played this game called Life is Strange? There's this podcast, and you need to be on it, like, now, hobo. Let's go. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over episode 1, season 2 of Life is Strange. But before we do that, Coffee, we're gonna get into, man, whenever I say your name, it makes me really hungry for coffee. Thirsty. I can't do. This is why I don't talk. So I want you to answer a couple questions real quick. It's the signature podcast questions. I'm going to narrow it down a little bit. Zeitgeist had to do it. Didn't like doing it, but I made him do it. Kayla also had to do it. Also, again, didn't like doing it, but I made her do it. So you're probably not going to like doing it either, but I'm going to make you do it. So
Peer
the first
pressure.
question... Peer pressure. The first question is, do you like pineapple pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to be more in-depth than that.
Pineapple pizza is good.
Okay. Are you just saying that because you're one of the people who started this whole pineapple pizza brigade thing and Katie stream, or like what? How do you...
No?
No? That did not sound convincing at all. Zeitgeist, we found the creator of the pineapple pizza mystery.
Yeah, just terrified.
And it's so scared. He's such a mean person when you talk to him off air. No, I'm kidding. So now, next question. And I don't know why. I guess today, I didn't even realize today was the anniversary of something. It's the anniversary of this podcast. 4 weeks ago. No. Well, actually, yeah. Technically, it is because I uploaded the first podcast, the 17-minute disaster that was by myself 4 weeks ago. Today is actually the anniversary, I think. And if I get this wrong, people are gonna kill me. So if I get it wrong, you guys can tune out and never listen again. But I think, shut up. But I think that this is the anniversary of Bay or Bay. So, on that note, you're gonna hurt some people with this option either way. So just tell us which one you chose.
Me?
Yeah.
I did both of them, but first I saved the Bay, Arcadia Bay.
Ooh.
Oh my god, you're dead to everybody.
I'm sorry. I could not sacrifice Kate and everybody.
But so then you saved Kate.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you're saying you couldn't sacrifice, I was gonna say there's no way you can't not sacrifice a dead person. So you obviously saved her.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go over Life is Strange 2. I know that a lot of people don't want me to do this. I've gotten requests. I also want to say thanks for bashing me out on episode 3, putting music on the first part with me and Zeitgeist, and then not doing it in the other two, because I didn't do that on purpose. I was just tired as shit. So I accidentally added some stuff to that, and then I forgot that I did it. And by the time I forgot, well, the other two parts had already had 3 views, so it's too late to change it then. I'd like to thank. Why do I always thank people? I need a better life. I'd like to thank John Cena. No. So we're gonna get into Life is Strange 2. But while we do that, we're going to talk to Coffee a little more. So Zeitgeist is like, man, I don't have to talk at all this episode. Zeitgeist is like, no wonder he wanted me so badly. I just get to sit here and record.
Pretty chill.
Zeitgeist is like, words? English? I'm good. So when I asked you, and I asked everyone that, well, I probably shouldn't say that, because now I need more people that are going to be like, well, we know what your interview questions are. So, basically, low-key, how me and Coffee met was actually, not that long ago. Literally, it was literally what, last night?
Yeah.
Right? It was literally last night in Day's World Mental Health stream, where she streamed all 5 episodes of Life is Strange, and I had to go to bed at like 10 o'clock Eastern. So by the time I woke up and I saw that the VOD on video on demand was 13 hours, 25 minutes, and 12 seconds, I meant that she went like 5.5 hours longer after I already went to bed at 10 o'clock Eastern. So congrats to all you people in the other side of the country or the other side of the world who actually stayed up to like 4 Eastern. At that point, I mean, I just start the next day. Fuck sleep. Right? What's the point of going to bed for an hour? Right? You know? So, so that was fun. We met, and as most people say, his first impression of me was, who's this nerd who wants me on a podcast? And then it turned into, but my mic is shit. Then it turned into, but my laptop won't turn on. So we got Zeitgeist in, and we decided to float around. That sounded wrong. To try some new technicians, I guess we could say, and see if this worked. And it sounds like the 3 of us had talked a little bit before the stream, not long, probably about, I don't know, actually it was long. It was like, what, 30 minutes?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, because I didn't want to because when Coffee first entered the voice channel, Zeitgeist was like, who the hell is this? So I kind of had to explain who it was.
My name is John Cena.
Yeah, Zeitgeist was like, oh, is this a wrestling podcast now? Life is John Cena. So obviously I'm just gonna plug your Twitter because it's really not that hard to remember, unlike Zeitgeist, where I have to spell out the name because if I say it wrong, he gets mad. So follow Coffee, because I don't know if he wants me saying his real name, although being a part of this community, you guys are just weird sometimes. You'll probably find out his name anyway. Oh man, there goes those 6 viewers. I just completely called everybody out. So you can follow him on Twitter at
Coffee
What?
Mug AAA.
I was waiting for the plug, and then you were like, okay. Usually podcasts do this at the end of a show, and we're going to do it again at the end because why the fuck not? We're different. But we're going to do it here, too. So you can email us at... Why the fuck don't I know my own podcast email? Hang on. While I'm talking about that, this commercial is sponsored by John Cena. You can email us, lifeisfeelspodcast@gmail.com. I would like to shout out, I know that recently over the last couple of days, we have gotten 2 more subscribers. I know who one of them is. I think I know who the other one is. I've already reached out to both of them. I guess I couldn't say privately because one I tweeted at, but the other one I have reached out to privately and thanked them. And then, how the fuck do I pronounce his name? Stephen Ulch. Thank you for subscribing to the Life is Field podcast YouTube channel. I think I fucked that up, but oh well. ULCH. Ulch. So we do have a question. I do like to say that I keep trying to get people to do interviews with us, and it's hard because they have lives and I don't, so it's hard to coordinate with people who have lives,
Fortunately for you, I do not have a life.
That's why I'm here. Thanks. No. We gotta figure this out. Me and Coffee will do podcasts nonstop if we could, but Zeitgeist in fucking Germany. So
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the only one who has the recording equipment, so we gotta figure stuff out,
That sounded like an Australian accent, not a German accent. Are you lying to me?
No, I'm actually really from Germany, but I was in New Zealand for 1 year, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
He's actually a Russian spy.
That podcast is sued. So, on that note, email me and Coffee, I guess, because Bry's like this. No. Email us at lifeisfeelspodcast@gmail.com. We do actually have one email question, and we're going to get to it. And I know this girl's been waiting for this for a while. She keeps saying to me, oh my God, Jeff, when are we doing the Life is Strange 2 so you can answer my question? And I'm like, I don't know. People be busy. So, we're going to get to that. Follow me on Twitter at JManPower. I'll just link it in the YouTube video because it's basically J-Man Powerhouse, but for those of you who can't spell, this is going to be confusing. But you take away the E and put an R. That's pretty much just it. I will tag Zeitgeist because I do not feel like spelling out his name right now.
That's fair.
And I'm tired as shit. So, no. So, we're going to get in the Life is Strange 2. We're going to talk maybe some comparisons. Eventually, hopefully, me and Coffee could find some fucking technology somehow. And maybe me and Coffee will do this more often without you. No, Zeitgeist. That's not how we feel. So, our question. Are you guys ready for this?
Ready for the mosh
our
pit
question. Am I ready for the butt? For the what? Is that going to be a soundbite we got there?
Ready for the mosh pit shaka bra. Was all
I am not your shaka nor your bra. I follow this, so I do want to give this person a shout out. I don't even know who the fuck this is, but I find it really interesting. I follow this person on Twitter who all she does is just tweet Chloe Price quotes. What I was gonna say? Oh, Zeitgeist has probably seen it because I literally just retweet almost everything she says. Although Zeitgeist probably never checks my Twitter unless I tag him. So from now on, I'm just gonna tag Zeitgeist in everything. Zeitgeist, I'm going to a hockey game tonight. Tag. So our question comes from you guys are ready, right?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, rookies. So our question comes. This is how late I am. The question came out on October 1st at 8:32 a.m. It is now October 11th. So if you email me, I'm not gonna lie, our email's not stacked at all. It literally has right now like 5 Google alerts and 1 email from one person. So I'm not ignoring you because there's not enough messages for me to ignore you. Sadly, yet. So that didn't sound good. So, our question comes from, and she's gonna kill me because I know I'm getting this wrong. Alyssa Drayson. Alissa G. Layson. What? Okay. So anyway, the question is, and this makes your mind think. The question is, hey guys. I'm sorry, I don't know why I went to a southern accent. That was terrible. The question is, hey guys, I've got a question. The rather unsubtle way political themes are included in Life is Strange 2, hindering the emotional investment in Sean and Daniel. Seemingly, many just love those boys and feel connected. And while I do like this game, something feels off to me. Kind regards, Alyssa. Zeitgeist, you want to go first?
All right.
Zeitgeist?
So yeah, I'm here. Don't worry. So she wants to know how the political things in Life is Strange 2 impact the emotional bond with the brothers. Kind of.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the question is.
Yeah, well, I don't know too much yet because we only got 1 episode so far. So I've read Twitter posts about that kind of stuff. Some say it's too political, some say I like that. I'll just say we have to see and wait what road they're choosing to go along. Are they getting super political or is it just on the side? I don't know. I don't mind it as far as it is now. And yeah, we just have to see how it evolves later. What do you think, Coffee?
I personally think it helps. I think that it helps that they are in the real world and they're in the same situation as us and so we can relate to them better.
Fair point. Well, I'm gonna be honest. What really pissed me off about Life is Strange 2, and the only thing that pissed me off until now, was really the beginning where the spoiler alert, but you already know that the father gets shot because there's really no threat to the police officer.
I mean, if somehow you've avoided the father getting shot, you must be under a rock at this point.
So pretty much everyone should know that who is even just a little bit interested. So that scene, I didn't like it that much because some say it's realistic, but that cop was under no there was no threat to the police officer. Yes, there was Brett, the other kid that Sean.
But it's American. It's an American cop, dude. You don't get it. Cops are different in Germany than they are in America.
Yeah, I believe that, but I could not believe that he just wounded him deadly. That was kind of. I know the story has to start somewhere and stuff, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Okay. I'm shooting I don't even know what the fuck this thing is. I think it's a Cinnabon, but I'm not sure. So, I agree to an extent, but many people have asked me this, but you're the only one who's emailed me it. People, like, I've had friends who are, like, obsessed with the game who've asked me, what are your thoughts? And can I just say that in the last game we covered suicide? So, going from suicide to politics, as much as you think that's a big leap, it's really not. Because if you think about it, they're both bad, right? But at the time when the original Life is Strange was made, suicide was a bigger deal. Now, I'm not saying that right now neither of these are bigger deals than the other because they're both gigantic deals, right? But the thing I'm trying to say is, like Zeitgeist said, it's been one episode, guys. We can't. Yes, you love the boys, and we'll talk about some of the reasons you love the boys. But I think another reason you're not. How do I put this nicely? I don't want to piss Jason off here. Um, some of the reasons you're not connected, like you're connected, but you're not. Why it feels off is because it's a new character. You know, that happens in movies all the time. What do you guys think of Little Bo Peep when she came into Toy Story? Right? You know, you don't. What did you think of the new guy who in I was showing you how old I am. In High School Musical 3 hit the game-winning shot when Zac Efron didn't hit it, right? You didn't feel connected right away because it's a new concept and you got to get used to it. But my honest opinion is that going from suicide to politics, if there are people who can deal with watching a video game where there is a way, and more people than not actually did but had Kate jump off the building. You're not going to tell me you can't handle politics. If you can't handle politics and you can't handle life scenarios, then I'm sorry, but this game's going to kill you inside. Because that's just the way it is. And I think you're connected. Yeah, I think we're all connected. But the thing you got to realize is what did we have? We had 8 episodes with Chloe. We had the 3 in Before the Storm where we had a younger Chloe. And we had the 5 in Life is Strange where we had the older Chloe. So you're connected to that character. You had 5 with Max in the original. You had 1 with her in Before the Storm. Be honest with you, some of you are probably more connected to Rachel right now than you're connected to these two. But trust me, that'll change. So, Alyssa, thanks for the question. If I said your name wrong, just never listen again. No, I'm kidding. If I said your name, if I said your name wrong, let me know. Zeitgeist and Coffee are like, is he ever gonna fucking let us talk? I didn't sign up for this not to talk. So, at the end, she said kind regards. So, kind regards to you too. Regards. And now we are going to get into season. Oh, Jesus, I did again. Oh, what the fuck? Season 2, episode 1 of Life. Season 2.5, episode 1 of Life is Strange. Mathematical equations. So I'm gonna start with Zeitgeist. Overall thoughts on. Well, I guess we'll take it like a movie. We'll go scene by scene, right? So first impression. First of all, when you open up a game and you hear the song "Sentimental," dude, come on now, really? Are you gonna tell me you didn't start singing those words? If none of you sang those words, then I don't know what this community is anymore. Because that song is fucking amazing. And now I say that, and Coffee and Zeitgeist probably are like, oh, that's what that song was? Did you guys know what that song was, or?
Literally no idea.
Nope.
No? I'll link it to you guys. It's a really good song. Apparently I'm the only one who knows anything about it. So opening scene, Lila says, later losers, her and Sean get off the bus. Can I just say I fucking love Lila? I am absolutely. Can Lila be my girlfriend, please? I'm gonna get killed for saying that. But, well, I guess we're never getting an interview with Mia Park. There goes that. Lila's amazing. Lila reminds me of my best friend in high school, who actually wasn't really my friend at the beginning. Long story. So Lila, I think, is amazing, and again, the transition into. I knew eventually they were going to bring up condoms. I didn't think they were going to do it right off the bat. So that was interesting. Zeitgeist opening scene. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, well, to be
We have
honest,
dead air.
I already knew that scene because of a preview, so that was kind of a bummer. So it didn't surprise me that what happened because I already knew that. But just the first scene, nothing else.
Well, fuck you. No.
Well, I couldn't help it. I was curious, and I thought the preview couldn't hurt. Well, it didn't really, but yeah. So there's that. No surprises for me there. Well, I think you're not alone with liking Lila that much. Some I've seen fan arts and stuff, so I think she's gonna be probably like Max and Chloe, a very much loved character. Personally, I haven't spent that much time with her. What is it in game? Like 10, 15 minutes maybe? And yeah, the text messages, obviously, that are extra and depend on your reading speed and stuff. But yeah, she's pretty cool. But I can't say much else about her because, as I already said, it's like 10 or 15 minutes. So who am I to judge? Yeah. So it's
Coffee?
yeah, coffee. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I like how it began. You can't really get much from a character from the amount of time we got of her.
I loved her as soon as she said the word condoms. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
She has
so
great art skills.
Yeah. Is that a penis? Oh man. This is now rated PG-13. Yeah, I think that scene was amazing. We do get introduced to Jen, sort of, right?
Yeah,
and I'm hoping eventually, what the fuck are you doing, Coffee? Eventually, we get to meet Jen. Although, with Life is Strange, Jen could die. We don't know.
Everybody can die in Life is Strange. That's the problem.
Jen was dead all along.
Jen is Lila. Oh shit! Wait.
No,
we'll talk about that too, because I have a thought about Lila a little bit, but we'll get to that later when we get to that scene.
You know what I think? I think Jen is Mari from Geek Remix. Have you seen her hair?
So I made this joke. And I'm gonna give this girl a shout out, and I know she's gonna hate that I give her a shout out. And her, I'm just gonna say someone that I know and someone that she knows is one of our followers on YouTube. That's all I'm gonna say. And I know this person listens to this, so thank you. Well, if you're not, I will kill you. No. So I know this girl. I guess I could say her name because I don't think she'd be mad at me for giving her a Twitch shout out. I mean, I don't really think anyone should be mad at anyone for giving them any kind of shout out unless it's like a death motives vote thing. So Blizz Kid wants her. You guys, I know Zeitgeist has probably heard of her, right? Have you? No?
No.
No.
Wow, you guys are welcome to the Life is Strange community. No. So she's a very big Life is Strange fan. Her and some other people. I promote other people way too much. Stop doing that. No. Uh, her and a couple other people on Monday nights, they'll play Dead by Daylight, and her name is Jen. So when she was streaming the game, everyone was making fun of her, and they go, "Oh, Jen, Sean's in love with you." And Jen's response was, "I'm good." So if that is the real Jen, which is my conspiracy theory, which she probably does not like at all, then Sean, you got no shot, brother. So we sort of get introduced to Jen, a little bit, explained what she is. Oh my god, yeah, she's a person, guys. But we don't get to meet Jen, and we'll get more into that later. So the Choco Crisp. Let's talk about some chocolate.
Sounds good. So do you
So-
want to know what I picked or what?
Yeah, Zeitgeist, hit me with it.
Well, I chose to give it to the father. I can't pronounce his name, so I just say the father. Which didn't quite work out as I planned because he gives it to Daniel anyway, but oh what. Whatever, that's fine by me. It was a pretty funny scene because the dad is a great actor. It was pretty cute with the little brother, the interaction between the three of them. I thought some choose to keep the chocolate, but yeah, I'm not that selfish, so I gave it to the father. What
I
about you,
wanted
Coffee?
to just to see what was gonna happen, but then I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, that was my choice too. I gave it to the father.
You guys are too nice. Why'd you give it to the father, Coffee?
I knew it was gonna happen. Have a Choco Crisp. I'm sorry.
Have a Choco's Crisp. Enjoy death. Oh, too soon. Well, on that note, I chose the father.
Cool.
So, rest in Choco Crisp, I guess. I don't.
Now who's too nice?
I'm not too nice. I knew what was gonna happen. Fuck off, Coffee. Yeah. You do get a very good impression of Daniel, though. Just in that little scene, I thought they did a good job of explaining who Daniel was and what Daniel was. Well, wow, I really say who and what a lot. What Daniel was and who and how innocent he was. Um, I'm trying to remember these scenes in order. What's after that? Oh,
You have
it's
to
time to go
collect
back
stuff.
to what?
After that, you have to collect stuff inside the house for the party.
Oh yeah, you have to collect stuff inside the house. I didn't really find anything there except the I don't know if any of you else caught this, but there was the reference to the swear jar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah,
You
that
did
was
Coffee?
pretty
Did you catch that?
No. I didn't
One of-
notice the jar until it showed me my choices.
What?
I didn't notice that there was a jar, but I found out at the end when it shows you what choices you made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there was a jar?
There's a jar, and on it says drug money, and it looks exactly like the same exact jar they used that was the swear jar in the other Life is Strange. So they paid homage to that. They do also pay homage to something else, which we'll get into, because I keep getting questions about that too, and boy, do I have some thoughts on that. So you collect around the house. That was the main thing that really got my attention when we were collecting around the house. Anything else? Oh, the NSFW book bag. Amazing. And squad goals. Um so anything else? Did you guys find anything else looking around the house?
Don't forget
The
the
weed
play
pipe?
box.
The what?
The weed pipe?
I knew the kid did weed, so I knew that was coming, so that didn't really surprise me. I could tell the kid did weed. Zeitgeist?
Yeah, and the play box as reference to the PlayStation.
Oh, the play box.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I might add something else because when I started it up, it stuttered like hell, and I thought, who in the right mindset chooses to put fucking motion blur in there? And I searched the web for like half an hour to figure out how to turn the stuff off because it was just so annoying to me. And after that, it was better. But that was literally I've seen the introduction scene where you can't really walk around. You can just choose to smoke or don't smoke, and comment on Lila's drawing. And after that, I thought, why you guys, why do you put motion blur in there? Yeah.
We gotta get to. We didn't talk about. Man, yeah, I knew I was gonna miss one of these scenes. So we briefly touched on Lila, right? The sex. Whoa, wait, what? The step scene. What do you guys think when they got back from the bus?
Yeah, at first we already got a pretty good depiction of the neighbor Brett. His comments, and you already know, oh yeah, that guy is no fun to hang out with. Especially with Sean. I don't know what's it with his probably white friends or something. We will never find out because he's dead. And the scene on the kind of balcony or whatever that is in the garden. You have the choice to smoke or don't smoke. I smoke because whatever. It's
Why
if
not?
Lila smokes, I will too. It's just 1-6, so whatever. And yeah, it was a pretty short but sweet scene to depict how good of a friendship they have, and that they're really best friends. You don't need to explain that for hours, so just this little bit of insight was pretty cool to my mind.
Yeah, the insight, it really. I'm sorry, Coffee. I knew I was gonna let you go next, but cut you off anyway. The insight on what it gave to Lila's character, that's really important, right? So, the freaking fighters, I loved. There's a lot of references to other things once we get further, but I do want to touch on one line, but I'm gonna let Coffee go with his thoughts first on the balcony scene.
I don't have much to say. You can just go with yours.
So the line that this actually confused the shit out of me. I had to listen to it like 5 times because I I thought I heard it wrong, but Lila's line. Damn, I'm really gonna miss these planes if I go somewhere else. It won't be the same. Did anyone else catch that?
Catch what?
Because aren't there planes everywhere? Or am I thinking too much into this?
I don't know. What I thought she meant was that she's gonna miss hearing those airplanes all the time. Cause in
Yeah, but
a town I used to live in before, every night, like at 10 o'clock at night, we'd be able to hear the trains. And I don't know, somehow that kind of good just to hear them.
okay, well,
comforting.
is there airplanes? Isn't there airplanes everywhere though?
Yeah, but like, well, what's the difference between like, are you if you go to a different town, you might not hear them, every day on every at certain time because you don't live in a town right next to the airport.
Okay, because when she delivers the line, I just had to think about it. I was like, did she just say she's gonna miss planes? There's planes everywhere.
I think they just mean that they must live near an airport or something because when, of course, there's planes everywhere, but they fly so high that you don't hear or see them really. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're getting at.
Okay. So we skipped over. I guess we'll hop around now, right? We'll skip over the line. We'll skip over the going through the house. Man, I'm exactly exhausted, so you guys are gonna have to help me out. But the next scene, if I remember correctly, uh, was asking the dad for money.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. I'm right, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
So
one of
you
you
asked.
lied?
How do you know I lie?
I can hear it in your voice.
I actually did not lie.
Ah.
I bet you Zeitgeist did, though.
Nope. I already knew what would happen, so I chose the good option, which is the truth.
Fucking stupid.
Cheater!
Plead teasers.
We need some liars here.
Alright, I'll be honest. I did lie, actually.
Ah, called you out. Coffee knows it all.
God damn it, Coffee. You're fired. No. I did lie, actually. But I have
when you
seen
lie?
what happens when you lie. He only gives you 20 instead of 40.
Oh, okay.
And how much does he give you the first time? Is it 40 or is it 50? It's 40, right?
40.
Yeah, 40.
He only gives you 20.
Yeah.
Because you lie, and the lie basically is, I need Halloween candy and stuff. So he's like, $20? That's more than enough for Halloween candy and stuff. So yeah, I lied. I knew what was gonna happen, but I lied anyway. So yeah, I'm a bad influence.
Don't lie to your parents, kids. Tell them you're buying weed.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times did it take you to find the right wrench?
I personally, as I cheated, I knew exactly where to find that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. See, like the little things when I was watching the 20-minute playthrough that was it the Life is Strange YouTube or was it the Square? I think it was the Square Enix YouTube did.
Yeah.
Right. And I was watching it, but I was looking for like big things. So obviously the scene we'll get to in a minute. But I was looking for big things. So like the little things like the Choco Crisp I forgot about, and the scene with Lila and the steps I forgot. Actually, I remembered about that because I remember seeing her draw a penis, so I didn't forget that. The other scene, like, I remember about the scene we're gonna talk about coming up, and I forgot about the screwdriver scene. So when I got to it, I was like, "What the hell am I looking for?" So it took me about 10 minutes.
That's a bit long.
Yeah.
Did you just
Coffee?
choose every option and then give them to him?
Yeah, there was one time I think I chose something that wasn't even like a tool or anything. I think it was like a napkin or something. And I handed it to him, and he goes, "Does this look like a screwdriver to you?" And I was like, "No, it doesn't, but I'm just bored."
I just want to
Isn't it a
you.
wrench?
It's a wrench. See, I handed him screwdrivers too. So I must really have fucked up this dude's life. Oh, well, I mean, what he had left. So first
Yep,
of
you
all,
ruined it.
I mean, I warned everybody at the beginning after we did our 87th take that there was going to be spoilers. So I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. This only takes us one take. We're amazing. So first of all, it shows you that the time zone for this is probably about 2016 because it's Skype me later, not Discord me later.
Yeah, and Facebook is still popular. I mean, it's still today, but for at least for me personally, I kind of don't use it anymore, or just very little. So yeah.
I just use Discord.
I have no one to talk to. Cheers.
Wow, that's emotionally depressing. Thank you for listening to the Life is Fields podcast, where coffee is just dead. Wow, coffee, man. I'll tell you what, dude. Me and you could do podcasts constantly if you got some fucking equipment, bro.
I guess so.
I guess so. Wow, you
I'll
just said
steal
you
the
have no
neighbor's
life,
car.
and now you're just blowing me off. Fuck you and your no life. Now you're gonna have more of a no life.
No
I
life.
want attention, but not yours.
Wow.
I'm secretly a cat.
You were listening to episode 4 of the Life is Strange Fields podcast. I can't even say my own outro wrong, and coffee's an ass. No. So the Skype scene. What do you think? Zeitgeist.
I found it pretty funny that you can just, well, not all the time, but there is a option where you can just ignore Jen's post and do whatever, rearrange the letters or something, or turn on the lava lamp. I found that pretty funny. Just ignore it. I don't care. Leave me the hell alone. That was pretty funny.
At first, when I thought, I didn't think they were gonna go this far. But at first, when I thought they said, "Look at Jen's outfit tonight," I thought it was gonna be a picture of her naked. My mind just went there. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but I don't know why it just went there, but it did. So, yeah, I thought she was gonna be naked, or wearing a bra, or like a what are those things women wear? Panties?
Lingerie.
Lingerie?
Clothing?
What kind of lingerie? Ooh, kinky. No. Welcome to the Pornhub. Life is Strange. No. Kinky 0.70. Something like that, you know? I didn't expect her to be wearing a fucking purple, black, bitch, stupid little... No, okay, I said enough. So yeah, I think, again, you get more in-depth into what, how do I put this? What the character of Lila was, right?
Yeah.
Coffee, first I'm gonna talk to you about, who did not like the picture that Sean drew of Lila? Like, picture-wise, did you guys think it was a good picture?
Yeah, I think it was a good picture. I like all the
I thought,
colors.
I thought it made her look like fucking Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
But that was on purpose, I'm pretty sure.
You don't like Ursula?
No. Okay, so hear me out. Okay, so when I was younger, fuck you, coffee. When I was younger, right, I absolutely fucking hated Ursula. Right? I went to a party one time, right? And I went to the party and the person said to me, "Yo, I'm gonna dress up as Ursula for Halloween." And my response was, "Fuck you." I hated Ursula. Out of like Disney supervillains, Ursula was the one I fucking hated the most. It's just always been that way. It always will be that way. So no, I absolutely love Ursula. Coffee? No. So yeah, so that was my thoughts. So my question now is, who thought it was who realized that the fake ketchup was the blood was just, I said it backwards. The blood was fake ketchup.
Well, didn't he
Because I think it was.
Well, it could be, but I think Daniel says it's corn syrup and something else.
Yeah, corn syrup and food coloring.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever it is, I don't know if we get to see its how good it flows or how bad it flows. I am not sure. I don't think we actually see it, so there's really no way you can tell because yeah. But I just want to make another point. I really didn't appreciate it that you couldn't choose how to respond to your brother bursting into your room because you tell him to get the fuck out and stuff like that. And
yeah,
only after
I didn't
that
like
you
that
get,
either.
and only after that you get the option to apologize to Lila, and after that probably to him. So I would have liked it if you could choose to be chill about it, because Lila wanted to see the blood and I wanted to see the blood. Not on
I
Brett,
wanted
though.
to see the blood too. I wanted to be like, life is strange, twist. Daniel's a murderer. Coffee, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was also disappointed that I couldn't get to see it, but I think they're trying to withhold some information from us while giving us some information so that we can't piece stuff together.
Because ultimately, sorry, I have a fucking cookie in my mouth now. I'm just fat. Ultimately, that's the goal. Is they're trying to keep us guessing, right? And
yeah.
That's so. Alright. I wanted to hold this off as long as I could, but I can't hold it off anymore. You look through the window, you see Daniel being attacked. What was your, well, probably knowing Zeitgeist's answer, and probably knowing Coffee's answer, fuck you both. You knew it was coming.
Yep. I knew it.
Okay, then.
Yeah. But what I noticed though is that in the preview that I saw, that there was a German Let's Player who did that preview, and I watched it. And it ends with the two brothers leaving, so yeah, only the fighting scene and what happens after that. So what I noticed though is that in the final release version of the game, the rock that Brad falls onto, I might be wrong, but I think it's it's pretty much, it's smaller than the one in the preview. I don't know why, and I don't know stuff, but I just think in the preview it was like massive, and it was just there for no exact reason, and I think in the release they decided to go with how do we make this believable in the garden of some pretty normal house. We can place a fucking boulder there, so just make it a little smaller, I guess. So yeah, that was just something that I noticed. I just thought you might like that.
No one cares about your opinions. No, I'm kidding. Go fuck you. Go fuck yourselfie. So at first I'm gonna obviously ask, and I hope we all give the same answer to this. We all confronted Brett, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not confront Brett. No, I'm kidding. I'm just a real asshole. No. This is why I do a podcast, because no one else will talk to me. Yeah, I confronted Brett. What did you think? Again, this sort of stems back to Alyssa's question, but one of the lines that Brett delivers, something about your whole family belongs in jail. Like, do we think that was planted as a seed for what we have later, or do you think that that was just a line and it's not political at all, and I'm looking too much into it? Because in my mind, I think that was, oh, Mexicans, you all belong in jail. Your whole family belongs in jail.
Well, to me, that line, you're going to jail, all of you, or something like that, that was just because he got hit by Sean. So I'd say that was because of the attack, more or less. But he says something beforehand which actually triggers Sean's anger. It was like go back to where you fucking came from, or something like that. So yeah, that's a very political statement. So yeah, it was, I guess, kind of political, but not all the way, I guess.
It gets worse later.
Yeah.
I think it was him being racist, because from what I saw, there wasn't anything that happened beforehand to indicate a reason for him to be angry with him. Like you stole my lunch every day for an entire year.
Well,
or something.
I thought that's he
blood.
reminded me of someone in high school who just goes up to you and says, "Can I have your lunch money?" And then you go, "Sure," and you give them 50 cents instead of $5, and they kill you. So.
Well, but Coffee, there was actually a reason why Brett was pissed, which was the blood, the fake blood from Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, even before that, when you were walking just past in front of his house, he just starts screaming at you. Like,
that's true.
Like, what the hell? We're just walking here.
Some people like to be mean, I guess.
Yeah, no, but I think his mean was due to racism, not due to being an asshole.
Yeah.
At first, it was just the lovebirds. I think that's pretty hard to paint that as racist, but the comments afterwards, yeah, definitely.
Alright, so I don't know how this is gonna sound audio-wise because I'm chewing a cookie, but fuck audio. What the hell? Anyway, I've been trying to avoid this. So the dad comes out. This American cop showed up before the dad comes out. Let's identify it as an American cop, because the way it was portrayed was that it was an American cop. If Sean tells them that it was a prank, and the cop isn't smart enough to realize that, it's like 4 days from Halloween, this could be fake blood. The cop just automatically flips out, and the dad comes out and says, "Officer, I believe they are innocent," all this and all that. And then there's a gunshot, and then we fade away. So, Man, they again, we knew it was coming, but the emotions. And I talked about this. I think I talked about this with Zeitgeist last week. I think we briefly we tapped on it. We didn't open the door per se, right? But when you play the original Life is Strange, in the first episode, right, there's nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. Well, getting the rewind powers was dramatic, right? But then you play the second episode, and the thing with Kate happens, right? That's the second episode, right? Yeah. Out of time. That's
yeah,
the second.
Yeah. True.
Second episode?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know why, but I thought it was the third episode.
It continues into the third episode. The storyline continues. I think, right? Isn't? Yeah. The second episode is. Is it the second episode or is it the third episode?
It is the episode that's called Out of Time. Let's just agree on that.
Okay, so yeah, so it's the second episode. Because the third one is, I forget what the third one is, but the first one is Crystals, right?
Mm.
The second one is Out of Time. I forget what the third one is. The fourth one is Dark Room, right?
Yep.
And then, what's the fifth one called? I forget what the fifth one called. I'm just gonna call it The Ending. That works. But my point was that to Zeitgeist was that you in the first episode there isn't really anything to hang on to except holy shit. The only stuff you hung on to in the first episode was Nathan in the bathroom, finding out you found Chloe, right? And then finding out that you have rewind powers. Well, here it's welcome to the first episode. The dad's dead. You know, it's really the dad's dead. The main bully's dead. It's a little different in that sense. To the fact that they didn't wait, and if I'm correct, this is 5 episodes too, isn't it?
Yep.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they didn't wait. You know what I mean? They didn't wait for the second episode to come up with that emotional grab and throw you to the ground and make you want to punch someone. They did it more than once. They did it quite a few times in this episode, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They did it there. So thoughts. Obviously, I'm gonna say thoughts when you guys, because I know all three of us did. When you saw the trailer and you find out the dad dies right away, what were your original thoughts?
Like I already said, I was, yeah, I just thought it was a pretty lame excuse to just get the story started. I know they kind of have to do it in one way or another to get the story started, but yeah, I just wasn't buying it that the cop would just wound him deadly. There was really no threat in there, so yeah, why? That was pretty much anything.
The cop's American, that's why, but keep going.
Yes, there's not much else to go on to. As I already told you, it's not shocking because I knew it was coming, and you probably... Did you know beforehand? Probably not, but yeah.
No, before you saw the preview, did you think they were going to do something like that in episode 1?
I had no idea before the preview. I just knew it was about 2 boys and on the road probably, but why and what and when, I had no idea. So yeah, it's of course an extreme start, but well, there's only the difference that we get to know the father beforehand. Because if you look at it like that, we get to know him as this caring, loving father who is there for his children, for Sean and Daniel, and then he's just gone, just like that. And in the original Life is Strange, well, there's another gun in Nathan's hand, and Chloe dies. But the difference is we don't know her yet. We know her now after 3 years and 8 episodes, and you already said that. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's only the difference of the emotional attachment to the dad that makes this scene more shocking, I assume.
Coffee?
I actually didn't see the trailer. I only saw a little bit of the video of the gameplay when he's in the house.
Okay. So you didn't know he was gonna die.
No.
So when he died, what was your reaction?
No, I mean
Say something.
I saw. I think I saw that part in Day's stream.
Oh.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not sure when
Yeah.
I tuned out.
Yeah,
But
well.
yeah, I was surprised. Like, what? Why, you coward?
Stupid American cop.
He did the exact opposite of his job.
He said
They're supposed to
said-
de-escalate the situation. He just escalated it.
he said
Unarmed,
catch,
well, I'll arm myself.
he said, catch me outside, how about that?
He pulled out his gun.
Yep.
Even if
Said-
he was scared, he could have just gone for his taser.
Yeah.
Forgot that at home.
Aim for the biggest guy.
He left the taser for the person who actually had real blood on him, not the guy with fake zombie blood on him.
Probably.
So we find out the dad's dead. Stuff starts flying. Sean and Daniel. Sean leaves. I'm Canadian. No. Sean carries Daniel out. And if I'm correct, then we go to the that's the beginning where it says episode 1 Roads, right?
Totally.
So I mean, they didn't really describe this in the preview, but we all knew Daniel was the one with the powers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because in the gameplay they didn't. I mean, they hinted toward it, but they didn't really show that Daniel was the main guy.
Well,
Or did you?
We kind of saw that Sean didn't do anything himself. He just was shocked about the gunshot, but then this crazy stuff happened. So I guess everybody who looked into it might have just assumed, yeah, if it's not him, then it must be somebody else. And who would be better for it than his little brother? I heard Geek Remix talk about it. They at first thought it might be some supernatural being like in Beyond Two Souls, Aiden. I don't know if you know. Yeah, but yeah, now we at where we get that spoon-fed at the ending of this episode, which we might go into a little bit later, where in the motel room.
Well, we'll get there. If my brain can stay awake that long without crying, god damn it. So adorable. The fuck are you doing, Coffee? Adorableness right from the beginning. You're walking Daniel says his legs are tired. I think, oh my god, this is me because I'm the youngest. And then, I mean, you walk for what? He says, you walk, I haven't had a chocolate crisp. What's the first big thing? The first big thing is you find the car, right?
Yep.
Oh no, the first big thing actually is that Daniel asked, where's Dad? And Sean's response is, he doesn't want to come, or something like that.
He says he can't be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
That he's busy.
Mm-hmm. So that's planting the seeds of obviously what happened later, but what did you guys think of them prolonging the... Obviously, we found out that Daniel didn't know because he passed out, right? But also he's 7 or 9, so maybe he's in his mind thinking, like, I'm not going to remember this. But also, what did you guys think of them prolonging the, okay, look, dude, our dad's dead?
Well, I guess you can blame Sean for that decision because, yeah, the first time we see them actually on the road walking, they say like we've been walking for 2 days or something, so the emotional wounds are still pretty fresh. So I guess you can't really blame Sean for wanting to protect Daniel from the truth. Yeah, and if he just goes to him, look, Daniel, we've been walking now for 2 days, and I know that all sucks, but hey, surprise, our dad is dead. That would be...
Yeah, I know that when I watched... Okay, so I love Jacksepticeye, right? So I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough. What's up playthrough? Playthrough, blah, and he kept. He did 2. I think he did 3 parts actually. He kept referencing in it, and he kept like sneaking ways in. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I bought soda. By the way, your dad's dead." Or something like that. Like, I think Jacksepticeye would be like... I think at one point Jacksepticeye said, like, oh, hey, you have a soda. Oh, Dad... And then Jacksepticeye was like, oh, Dad used to like soda. Now he's dead. And then, like, low-key kept playing. So, I actually, when I was watching, I was actually hoping that was what was gonna happen. And Daniel was gonna be like, wait, what? What did you just say? Because Jacksepticeye came up with some funny shit, and I thought that was an interesting way for them that they could have done it. And I think my favorite one was when they're in the tree scene, and Jacksepticeye just goes, "Oh, Dad used to love Lord of the Flies. Now he's dead," or something like that. No, Jacksepticeye goes, "I used to love your dad used to watch Lord of the Rings with you, and now he's dead." And then he just kept playing. So, yeah, I think they could have did it that way too. I'm kind of surprised they didn't, just because I thought, well, how much emotion are you gonna fucking give us in one episode? But apparently, I was wrong. So we're walking. We get to the woods, right? My memory's shit. We get to the woods. I think I know which one, but Daniel says something like, "This is a big adventure," and I'm gonna guess you all picked Lord of the Rings references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you! I picked Minecraft. No, I picked Lord of the Rings. So you're walking. Did you guys play hide and seek with Daniel?
No.
I didn't, no.
I was too scared to play hide and seek with Daniel.
Same.
Yeah, I was thinking Jacksepticeye said something about that too. He was like, well, what if we play hide and seek and then Daniel's just like dead somewhere? And I was like, whoa, Jack, dude, calm down. Let's not.
Like Daniel's gonna be like, "What's the perfect place to hide? How about on the edge of this cliff?
Oh,
Let me just climb down the edge and fuck."
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. So, man, my memory is shit today. We get to what is it? We get to the cave, right?
But before that, we get to the car. Did you take the Choco Crisp?
Oh, the car. Oh yeah. Okay. So I wanna bounce off of something real. That sounded wrong. I want to bounce up and down. No. A lot of people thought that was Chloe's car. I will tell you now, conspiracy theorists, it's not Chloe's car. It's not William's either. Because if it was Chloe's car, the license plate would have said Twin Peaks. And the license plate did not say Twin Peaks. At least I don't think it. Good conspiracy guess, though. I found that interesting. People were like, although I shouldn't be really talking after the conspiracy theories I told Zeitgeist last week, which I'll get to in a minute. So I think that people want it to be Chloe's car, but people know it's not. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Chloe would never leave a Choco Crisp inside the car with the window open.
Yeah, that's not Chloe.
Nah.
Chloe'd be like, "Fuck no, I'm not leaving this in the car. What the hell's wrong with you people?"
Exactly.
Chloe, I don't even see Chloe leaving a pencil in a car. To be honest with you, I just see Chloe. Chloe's like my mom. That sounded. Chloe, when she goes somewhere, she walks in with like 700 bags of purses or something like that, where she just doesn't leave anything in the car. So, the car, we find out. I think I'm gonna mess this order up. So Zeitgeist, you might have to. What happens next?
You can decide whether you take the Choco Crisp or you leave it. And I decided to leave it because it might seem like an insignificant decision, but I fear that maybe there might be someone in the shadows hiding for someone to take the Choco Crisp to fucking snipe you or something. I know it's not very likely, but
what is this, Call of Duty? What? Fucking snipe.
Maybe they were baiting bears.
Coffee, what did you do?
I took the Choco Crisp, but I'm like, I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. I want to make sure that my little brother is okay.
Coffee.
What's up?
Okay, well, that's gonna be bad for audio, but whatever. I hit the wrong button. Coffee, what did you do?
I took it. I wanted to make sure that Daniel was gonna be okay. He'd be better off with a Choco Crisp.
What an ass. No, actually, I can't say that. I took it too. Fuck you, Coffee. We're too much alike.
Gosh.
When someone says to me, fuck you, I'm like, I've tried, but it's really hard.
I think that's just called... Or maybe I shouldn't say it. Or should I?
Wow, shut up. Oh, Jesus. This has been episode 4 of the Life is Field podcast, where we talk about masturbation in episode 1. Good night, everybody. No. Zeitgeist is like, I'm out. Find your own technology. Alright, Zeitgeist, what happens next?
You can have a look at the map of the park, which is interesting. So you can look around where you're going and can already plot your way to the water. And after that, you can ask Daniel, hey, do you want to go to the toilet? Here's an option for you. And nah, can I do it in the woods and stuff? And you can decide to keep him safe or let him do his thing in the woods. And after
What
that,
did you choose?
I did choose to let Daniel do whatever he, not whatever he wants, but do it in the woods because
Coffee?
Yeah.
I told him that it'd be safer to just go in there.
But it smelled. It smelled like shit. Nah, that's reasonable, but I
Money
thought you
boxes.
can't protect him
Oh,
from
Jesus.
every little thing, you know. So
Did you guys go there?
go where?
The what?
Where you pay for parking, like pay us $3 so you can leave your car here.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I just skipped over it. I was like, yeah, stupid American shit. What about the sign that says something about a landslide?
Yep.
Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
I think so. We also get to that landslide later, I guess.
Is
Because-
that landslide Arcadia Bay?
No. When you hike down the path, you get to to said landslide, and then you have to find a way around where you have to go down to the river. But beforehand, I want to just mention the nice Last of Us reference when you go to that tree and there's this weird mushroom on it, and Daniel imitates the clickers. I thought it was really cool and sweet detail. I also like the Minecraft references because I think a kid like Daniel, it's very believable that he'd be into this. So yeah, I appreciate it.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say I liked the references of the other.
Are you
video games.
telling me the Easter Bunny isn't real?
What is not real?
Are you telling me the Easter Bunny isn't real?
I don't know.
No?
You have to find out for yourself.
Are you telling me that Bunny isn't real?
It's not. I'm sorry.
It's
What?
real in your heart.
And by the way, your dad is dead.
Bunny's not real. And by the way, your dad is dead. Good night, everybody.
Keep bringing the good news.
Yeah. So, what happens next?
You go down. Daniel hides at some point, and you have to shout for him, and he doesn't respond, and then he is just.
I thought at that point Daniel was dead.
Yeah, I was worried too, but then I thought, nah, they can't do that now. We've got fucking 4 episodes to go. This can't be happening already. Yeah, but it.
Oh, so Daniel is gonna die at some point then.
I don't know. Everything is possible. It's like a strange.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's what I thought about Kate.
Wasn't he in in Captain Spirit at the very end?
Dude, we're gonna get to that.
I'm
J-Man
sorry.
is not amused.
And your dad's dead, by the way.
Yeah, and your dad's dead.
And your dad's dead. We're gonna get to that. And yeah, your dad's dead.
Okay. So yeah,
We're
after
spoiling
you.
everything, including the milk in your fridge.
Oh, can you catch your fridge? Because it's running. Wait, I said that backwards.
Huh?
Fuck off. I meant to say, is your fridge on because it's running? That old fat man joke. I forget what it is.
Oh boy. Well,
Oh boy,
anyway.
we've gone off the rails.
After that, you find him again. He just hides behind a tree, kind of, I think. And yeah, you're together again. and then you have to help him climb down some rocks and stuff, and over a tree, some little bonding activities, you might like to call them, and then you get to the cave at the water, where you can.
Whoa, hold on. How did you just say water?
I don't even know. It's already late here. 11:30 p.m.
That doesn't matter. How the fuck did you just say water?
With an accent, I don't even know where it is from. Whatever. It's water or whatever. You know the drill. So then
I
you
don't know the drill.
Hey guys,
What's up?
did you guys sketch your room or the river?
Yeah, that was another. Oh God! I tried to, and for the love of God, I couldn't manage it. I tried pushing buttons and moving the mouse. It nothing worked. After that, I asked in a stream, and they said you have to shake your mouse like a crazy maniac, and then it works. But I didn't do that, so yeah, fuck me.
Yeah, you had to just shake it like crazy.
Yeah.
Keep it moving so that he would start drawing and continue.
Yeah.
Shake and bake?
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't. But so I guess you did coffee, and how did it turn out? Was it good?
Yeah, it was alright. It was pretty good for like a 5-minute sketch.
More like 5 seconds sketch.
Yeah, so I did too, but I'm like Zeitgeist. So before I play a game, I played the game, and then whenever I get stuck on a part, I automatically go to Jacksepticeye to see if I can see how he does it, right? So I went to Jacksepticeye, and oh, by the way, your dad's dead. I went to Jacksepticeye, and he couldn't figure it out either. So then I was just completely stuck, and I just started shaking because I don't even know how I got this to work. Don't ask me how I got it to work, and I'm not telling you any of you how I got it to work. I got the game on a PS3 somehow. It might be illegal what I did, so I'm not gonna go into that. It probably is actually illegal. So, oops. But so I just started shaking my controller, and it just drew, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice."
Yeah.
I
saw that
ahead.
they now released an update, a patch actually for that exact problem, because I guess many people had
I know that Jacksepticeye had a problem with it, and he rarely has a problem with anything. So when he was having a problem with it, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, well."
Nobody knows how to draw.
Yeah, that's like immediately what I thought.
You gotta connect your drawing pad and stuff to your computer and start drawing it yourself.
Probably.
That's what I thought at first. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit? Like, what am I?"
Yourself.
Oh, by the way,
the game, you get graded.
By the way, nice drawing. Your dad's dead.
Yeah. And by the way, that reminds me kind of the mechanic in the original Life is Strange, where you had to focus on those pictures with some button presses and with your mouse and stuff. And I figured out how to do this correctly.
By the way, you guys just I just tagged you guys in a tweet on Twitter. If you
That's
guys
cool.
saw it.
That's cool. So I figured out how to do this stuff correctly in the last episode, literally. Beforehand, I was just mashing buttons, and it somehow worked, but not really the professional way. And then the last episode, oh, this is how this works. Well, that's cool. Now we've got like half an hour left, and then the game is finished. Perfect.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah. Well, I know now how to draw in the game, but it kind of reminded me of that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So where were we in the storyline? We were at the cave. Is that right?
What the what? What the cave?
The cave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you can choose to interact with Daniel a bit more, bonding activities and stuff. But that pissed me off quite a bit because they are timed. So if you don't do certain stuff at a certain time, then your opportunity is lost and you can't do them later or something, which is, of course, realistic, but it's a bummer actually because you can't. I tried to, but I haven't seen any options to just load specific scenes of the first episode. Did you succeed with that? Like in the first Life is Strange or Before the Storm, you could just after you played it, just choose a scene and get the collectibles or stuff. I haven't seen that in the new one, in the Life is Strange 2.
So okay. So yes, in the first one you can do it. Actually, how you would do it would be, I'm giving away Life is Strange secrets. I'm fired. No. How you would do it would be you would go out. Oh, by the way, Here Comes the Rain was supposed to get all night. You would go out, and then, I think how you do it is you click on the specific chapter, and then that chapter loads. And when the chapter loads, you can go through the whole chapter again.
Oh.
So I don't think they have it yet, just because. Oh, Jesus. Just because you can't. I mean, I think once they come out with the second episode, which at this point is going to be in 87 years, they'll go with that mechanism, and they'll be able to control what chapters you can go back into and shit like that. By the way, I tagged you guys on Twitter in something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. I don't have enough. I tag too many people, so I have to tag. Sometimes I have to tag them separately, and then everyone's just like, "Why are you tagging me in random ass threads?" And I'm like, "Well, why the fuck not?" So where are we, Zeitgeist?
I want views.
You want what?
That you're like, I want views.
You want these? What does that mean?
Views.
I do want views.
Tag Obama.
Oh, Jesus. This has been episode 4 of the Life is Fields podcast now. Obamacare? Oh, why did I continue that conversation?
Yeah, we are currently at...
Currently, Trump is the president. No.
We are at the river, close to the cave, and we have to win a race against Daniel. We have to collect wood, firewood. Actually, 3 massive logs, I'd say, that Sean lights later with just a piece of paper, which is quite the impressive fire starting skill, I'd say. But that's beside the point. You can also, I think you can, what's the right word? You can take sticks and kind of fight Daniel, kind of play fight, I guess. I missed the opportunity to do that, so I can't tell you anything about that. And you can teach him how to throw the rocks in the river so that they jump off again and again and again and again.
Skip rocks?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that.
That was really cool.
Well, here's the reason I like that. Because I'm the youngest. So when I would go to the beach and my dog is jumping on my chest. I would go to the beach and my brothers would be skipping rocks, and how they would do it they would skip seashells. I didn't even know how that was fucking possible, to be honest. They would skip seashells, and I'd be like, "Are you just very mad or something?" And they're like, "No, this is like an actual legitimate thing people do." And I'm like, first of all, you're 19. Why are you saying the word legitimate? Second of all, what do you mean it's a legitimate thing? And they're like, people do it for fun. There's like rock throwing tournaments. What are you talking about? So that connected to me, and it brought me back. It brought me back to my childhood, so that left a big impression on me because I was like, oh shit, because that was Sean was literally my older brother and me at the beach. I'm not telling you which beach, but you guys, I think all of you know where I live anyway. So, but it reminded me of me and my brother at my beach, except the first time when we did it, my brother accidentally threw the rock at me instead of throwing it in the water. So it was a good memory for about 5 seconds until I remember the rock hit me in the face. So yeah, I liked the way they did that.
Yeah. Cool.
I think it's funny how he fails completely like 5, 6 times, and then he goes into God mode and it skips 6 times.
Yeah. I was just sitting there, I was thinking, I was like, this is gonna be the whole rest of this episode, isn't it?
That was episode 1. It ends with 3 hours of him skipping rocks.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
He empties the beach or the riverbank.
Let me show you how to skip rocks. And by the way, your father's dead.
Your dad is dead.
Your dad's dead.
Yeah.
If you have not listened to this, if you have not played this game and did not know that the dad dies and are listening to this podcast, well, that's unfortunate for you. Because the dad's dead.